My name's Travis. This is Travis Does Kayak Fishing. And today, I'm kind of doing a second walkthrough of my XTR. Not a whole lot's changed, but some has. Some things I think you might want to know about. So let's talk about it. So we'll start at the front and go through what I've got installed, because this wasn't ready the last time I did a walkthrough. Motors are a little hard to get right now. Most people who are honest will tell you that unless you get lucky and somebody has it in stock, you're not even ordering directly from the website. They're sending you to dealers right now in a lot of cases. For like the PowerDrives, the Tarovas, they're really hard to get right now. So this edition allows me to have spot lock, one boat networking for when I finally do put sonar on. I'm close to having my decision and everything finalized. But I need to get a padlock here. I'm using the XTR 90-degree bow mount. That way, whether it's stored or in use, I'll always have access to my electrical hatch, and I'm going to end up using that for some tackle storage. Kind of want to do what my buddy Barry did over here with hydraulic shocks, but maybe do it there. We'll see. I don't know. I don't want to get too carried away, but let's get back to it. The PowerDrive is an easy configuration. I'm not running an Anderson connector. I may end up with that at some point, but we hear it beep. We can test, make sure that the PowerDrive's getting battery and juice, so the PowerDrive's ready to use. Now the thing with the PowerDrives, you can't actually use the remote while it's up. Like the remote will just do nothing. However, if I just put this down for a second, let me see if I can angle you in a way that you can actually see what's going on. The reason the PowerDrives are a turnoff on kayaks, the deployment system, it can be a little bit jarring. You really have to apply some force. You have to get this latch up, and then what you want to do is pull out. I'm trying to do this without the trailer coming off too. So that actually came out pretty good, all things considered. Once you have it deployed, you can use the remote then. But until you have it deployed down, and I've got to do some electrical cleanup here, that could probably be a little cleaner looking. But until you have it deployed down, you won't be able to hit the remote and set it off. So you don't have to worry about your prop going while it's stowed. So we're just going to take this guy, slide him back up. And again, I want to do this without this coming off the... I have it set up. So there you go. Not too bad. But let me show you up here what I'm talking about. You have to get this to come up over that collar and then get that collar out. And you see how it's not exactly merciful there? Sometimes you really have to mess with this to get it out. It's not for the faint of heart. Without an XTR, I don't think you'd ever want a PowerDrive on your kayak. I'm running the Yak Power light strips. Legal, red, green, right? Green on the left, red on the right. That's pretty straightforward. Not a lot to go through there, right? But yeah, they work. I'll put some night shots somewhere here in the video. Again, I showed you the inside of the hatch, but it's just some messy electrical work right now. I don't store a lot. I don't take a lot out. I built my kayak for speed and stability. All right. Inside the battery hatch, I have what you would expect. A battery and a fuse. Make sure you use the Minn Kota 60 amp fuse. I tried to get by with the one they use on like the new canoes. Doesn't work. It's smaller, but just go with the bigger Minn Kota 60. You won't have any issues. I'm running to a 100 amp hour battery on the PowerDrive. And for my Yak Power kit, I don't have the battery in here right now, but I normally just connect like an 8-hour to it. Set over here on the side. Got a white Yak Power button, so when this is off and I'm night fishing, or I need to work on it in the morning, I can use that Yak Power button and have my battery box fully illuminated. I do leverage the built-in rod tube holders. 2 to 3 bait casters is all I like to put in it, and on the other side 1 or 2 spinners, normally just 1. I've really cut down how much I take out because, again, speed, stability is my goal. I do have the Bonafide foot steering. You may have seen that on the last video. I love this. Makes it really easy to steer while you're out there, and it's very smooth, very forgiving. Took about an hour to get used to, and then after that, it was off to the races and there's no going back. Foot steering is awesome. I have a YakAttack phone holder. It's just kind of turned for the angled views. When I'm cruising water, I'll sometimes watch TV or listen to podcasts. I normally watch TV or YouTube if I'm being honest, just covering water. It's great. It's easy to reach. You can navigate it. If you're competitive fishing, that's awesome. Okay. And I store my YakAttack board where the tray insert slots are built on these seats. Those are meant for a tray to go side to side. But because YakAttack or catch boards have these slots on the back, it'll actually fit right up there. And as you see, just slide around, not on the actual board. It does cover up that button light, but honestly, I only use that when night fishing. And if I'm night fishing, unless it's a night tournament, the catch board probably doesn't go with me. But it's a great setup because you just slide it out, put it there, you have your phone up. I smile to unlock my phone off the YakAttack phone holder, and then I take a quick photo with the ID card up. Works great. It's a fantastic setup. So let's just put the catch board back where it goes one more time. I'll leash it because, you know, these aren't cheap and they sink fast. Up there, slide it back, slide it out, slide it back, nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. All right. I run the Yak Power kit, just a built-in button, not the wireless kit. Sometimes I wish I'd gone with a wireless. It's pretty reliable when the button may give you issues. Like this one can be kind of fickle sometimes, as the Yak Power can do. So we'll see how that holds up. And then the speed. The speed comes in with the NK300. You can get pretty fast with an NK180, but I love my NK300. With the front motor on, I'll brake over 6, about 6.3, 6.4, with the PowerDrive on and a battery in there. If I take that PowerDrive off with just the setup I have, because again, remember, I'm keeping it minimalist for speed and stability. I don't have crates. I don't have a ton of lures. I'm taking out what should be working for the water temperatures and the patterns where I'm going. And if I fail at being a well thought out angler, I need to learn to adjust. So, but yeah, we'll go over some things with the Newport, particularly like the hookup setup, how you need to do it to prevent like error 404. There's a forward, neutral, reverse, power button. You know, once you hook it up, we'll go through that. I use the built-in rod holders. I use a nice Muddy Bay kayak cushion. You need one of those. Do love the 360 swivel seat. I got to replace the oxygen CO2 cartridge in my vest as it did not deploy on my last time out when I went in the water. I use bending branch paddles. Overkill. I may end up selling them and getting something just cheap that has a little more power and weight to them for what I need to do from time to time. But man, these are nice paddles. Love the bending branch weight and how they work, how they feel, and how you can retrieve lures. They're great quality, but maybe just overkill. Again, I do use the built-in rod holders. I like that. In the back, we're coming back. You're probably ready for that. I've got a cleat that I use to tie on my NK300 when I need to put the motor up. Just wrap it around the cleat and it's good to go. I keep my whistle on me that does work. Maybe. My whistle is broke too. Time to replace the whistle, guys. Check your stuff from time to time. I've had that forever. I've got a little box here. It's just a waterproof box I've T-bolted on. It's nothing special. I just keep some lures in there. I like to swap in and out depending on the season. Rod holder in use. The NK300. Built-in line guide. Not built-in, but what comes with it that you can run that my motor deployment system goes to. This carabiner runs to my Yolotek camera stick. These are awesome. I recently did a video with them and became an affiliate partner with Yolotek, so I'll be doing some promotional stuff with them, telling you guys about them. I like the product. I like that this colored base screws down. So that's nice, stable, and in there. It's only going to have flex depending on what your track mount has. If you think your track mount up here has too much flex, move to this one down here. It won't have as much where the carrying handle is. but I don't think it's a problem. This is awesome. It runs on an SAE port that we had installed. Muddy Bay did it for me. Just an SAE, small hole you drill, you punch it in there, and you could use the access plate if you didn't want to drill that hole in there. You just want to run a slightly longer cable or put a connector on there. This Yolotek camera stick comes with 2 USB ports. One stays for the camera. I keep the spare putty up here for the rainy days, and I'll smear it around there. But when it's not raining, I like to leave it off. No point in putting extra stuff on it, but I'll just smash it in there and leave it. This is a 360 nav light that does work, right? If it was dark, I'd plug it in. You could see it. Got my cable kind of wrapped around it there. But it just sits in there, and there's a screw here you can adjust whether you need it to hold down or whether you want it to go up a little bit. Not quite that high. I keep going past that cable, and you'll see how that happens. And then you just bolt it down, and it won't come out either. Works great all day, no battery, 4K, 5K. You can do it. 5K will eventually overheat if you're too high on frames, but if you're 4K 60 frames or higher, you're gonna overheat. Keep your frames 24, 30 frames. That's the way to do it. Now to the back, to the exciting part, the speed, the speed, the speed. This is what I like the most out of all the attachments that I have, which again, I keep it light. Don't let it kid you, but I run a 40 amp hour Newport battery, 36 volt. Have a yak power button here. We've talked about the one under the seat and the battery hatch. This one's blue, that one's blue. Yeah, your receiver connector plugs in to the NK300. The Bonafide FCS steering system, or Wizard FCS, the foot control steering, goes right to the Newport with these carabiners and a little bit of rope. Sometimes my little knots here come out and I have to adjust them on the water, but that's me. I really could just take care of that and do it right here. It's fast, man. If you put this all the way up, it will roll side to side. My understanding is that there is a custom bracket you can get that has more of like a taquito shape coming off this that'll keep it from doing that. Not interested in it. If it goes up and it looks kind of ugly for a minute, so be it. It'll be fine. The way you want to plug this up and operate it, though, if you've never done a Newport, plug in the receiver cable first. Battery last. If you do the battery first and then the receiver cable, your screen is going to display an error for it, and it's just going to beep. You won't be able to use it. You'll panic. You'll disconnect this, plug it in. That won't do it. Battery cable last. Plug in the receiver first, battery last. You do that, you're going to be fine. There's nothing custom about it. Nothing out of the realm of what you could do with an XTR. I don't have the most expensive build. I've got the build built for speed though. I can get up here, I can walk all over, I can get in the back, I can 360 spin around, I can spot lock, I can jump off and go for a swim and come back to my yak, man. The options that I have right now are endless. I will end up with sonar. We'll have a helix, probably going where this is, or out here coming out some more, but probably go where the phone holder is, and then I'll end up moving the phone holder down here if the helix doesn't go up here. But the ultimate plan is to do what window fishing and my buddy Doug King has done too, and that's to put live scope up here at the front. That's where I'm indecisive at. I don't necessarily have to stick to helix. The PowerDrive integrates with helix models. As long as they have the one network boating option on it, they're the compatible model. But a live scope up here with a live scope mount either there or here would be great. Well, this is it for now, guys. I don't have the most expensive build, as you can see. I don't have the build that people look at and say, oh my goodness, why didn't you get a bass boat? I got the size on that. But on my kayak, what I have is speed, stability, and flexibility. I can do whatever I want on it. I can go where I want, when I want, how fast I want. It's an amazing kayak. Couldn't ask for a better one. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Let me know what you think of the current progress. And really, the only thing I've got left is sonar. After that, I don't care about any other modifications or upgrades. I don't need anything else. Thanks for coming. Y'all have a good one. Talk to you on the next one.